Today I'm going to start off with a question. So let's say, for example, if you buy a 500k HDB, 10 years later, you sell it at 600k. May I know if you have made a profit or a loss? Stay to the end of the video to find out more. On a separate note, not sure have you guys seen this article. So in this article, it states that $1 million is no longer enough for retirement planning. To find out if this is true, let's test it out. So these are the parameters I'll be using for my formula. 4% interest rate, cost of the item, and of course the number of years from now to then. So without further ado, let's take out your calculator to calculate. So before we begin, I'll be using an example to test out whether if this formula is working. I'll be using my favorite dish, chicken rice. So for example, a dish of chicken rice in year 2000 costs $1.80 to $2. How do I know that? It's because I asked Google. So now that we know that the plate of chicken rice costs about $2 in year 2000, we can now use the inflation formula to check whether if the price of chicken rice is as to what we have today in year 2023. So let's begin. Okay, so take out the calculators, press 2 times 1.04. After that, you need to calculate based on the number of years from 2000 to 2023, which is 23 years. So you need to press the equal 23 times. 21, 22, 23. So the amount I got is $4.90, which is reflecting the estimated cost of chicken rice today. So with that, we have tested that the formula is working. We'll move on to calculate our retirement sum. So to calculate, I'll be using my own profile of these parameters here. So based on my monthly expenses of $2,000, I'll key in 2,000 times 4% inflation rate, which is 1.04. After that, I'll need to press equal 30 times because that's the number of years I've left from now to 65 where I retire. So it's 30. So the number I got is $6,486. So this is the inflated amount I need based on today's $2,000 30 years later. This is step 1. For step 2, I need to find out the retirement sum I need. To do that, I need to know how long will I be living. So based on the life expectancy here in Singapore, which is 85 roughly, from 65 to 85, I have 20 years. So this figure, you times 20 years times 12, which is monthly, I'll get about 1.556 million. This is the retirement sum that I'm talking about, which I need to save before I retire at 65 years old. So now since we have this figure, let's go to step 3, which is to find out how much you need to save on a monthly basis to hit this retirement sum. So based on 1.5 million, I will need to divide by 30 because from now to 65, I have 30 years to work. So divide by 30, divide by 12, which is the monthly, I'll get 4,324. So this is the number I need to save on a monthly basis. Do remember this is what I need to save and not earn. But do take note that this 1.5 million is just based on your pure expenses. You haven't calculated your spouse expenses. If you have kids, your kids' expenses. If you have car, your car expenses. And of course, other expenses like traveling expenses. So you just need to keep this at the back of your mind. For those who are lost, especially at the calculation part, do not worry because I have done up a retirement calculator and it's pasted in the link at the description below. So once you open up the link, you can just download it. And there's only 3 things that you need to fill, which are the cells highlighted in yellow. Enjoy! So to recap, today I've learned 2 things. First is to calculate your retirement sum, and secondly is to calculate how much you need to save to hit your retirement sum. Now that you guys know the amount that you guys need to save, which is quite impossible just by working, if you guys are interested to find out how to earn this much or how to save this much, you can always get in touch with me and I'll teach you how. This will be done by the various investment tools like property and many other more. I hope to hear from you soon. So now that you have learned the formula, let's go back to the question that I posted earlier in the video, which is buying a HDB at 500k, 10 years later, you're selling at 600k. So with that, are you making a loss or profit? Post the answer you have in the comment section below and stand to win the prize if you get it correctly. And I'll review the answers in the next video. And with that, I've come to the end of the video. As always, do like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.